Valley Children's Stadium in Fresno, California. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day. It's the San Diego State Aztecs and the Fresno State Bulldogs. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe will be down on the sideline. And the Aztecs ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Fresno State Bulldogs offense will get the ball first. The last time these two rivals got together, guys, there were hurt feelings and some dead fish handshakes in the aftermath, and this might be just the recipe to cook up some revenge, Jesse.
Well, they're going to be motivated, that's for sure. The losing team, they have been hearing about that blowout loss now for a very long time. They had this game circled, David, all offseason, hoping to get that payback.
Oh, man, and you get all the quotes, all the people talking about all those blowhards on all the different networks, i.e. us, talking about how bad it was and how embarrassing it was, and now you get a chance to get some payback. They're excited.
He'll get a fresh set it down, stopped at the 31-yard line.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Martin will throw it. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Bought a little time, lets it go.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Makes the catch. Stop is made at the 35-yard line. It'll be a fourth down. Fresno State will have to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Catches it cleanly at the 20. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. So San Diego State's offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. And here comes Jaden Denegal. More than 300 yards passing and a couple of touchdowns last time out. And run inside. It's Sutton. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. The Aztecs racing to the line in the hurry-up. Trying play action. Pressure coming. Took a shot as he threw.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. On a little time, lets it go. It's on target and complete. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. And the Aztecs will line up to punt it away. Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarm him under for no gain. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Yeah, and a really nice job by the QB seeing linebackers are a little bit soft playing pass. Give the rock, hand it off, let the running back do the rest.
So much for the tough field position. One play, and you're already to the 35. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23.
And I really love the idea of this guy running crossing routes, right, guys? He's got the speed to separate from defenders, but if you could put it out in front of him on the run, he's going to catch that thing and turn it up, and you saw all the yards after catch on that one. That was a big-time play, really nice play design for a guy with tremendous speed.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Hey, you could see this defense. They are back on their heels right now. This offense very much in a groove, in a rhythm. They've got to find something to disrupt this. Right now, they're doing what they want, when they want, how they want. This defense got to answer the bell.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring.
Here we go. Ready.
Martin back to pass. Firing to the right, complete. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
And I think he does a really good job here. Dropping back to pass, surveying the field, sees he's got some open space out wide. Dump it to your playmaker. Your running back takes the football. He does the rest. Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the field, making a play.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Aztecs offense ready to go back to work. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab. It's Brown. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them, because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again.
Snags it, and he's open. Gets away from one. He's got space. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know defensively if you want to keep giving this guy that much cushion, because when he gets the ball in space, he's able to shake all these defenders and turns a 5-yard completion into a first down.
Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. The Aztecs headed quickly to the line. Gives it on the option. And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 3rd and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. They'll try to run for it. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets them a first at the 29.
Well, the offense didn't have the result they wanted on that first drive, having to punt, but they're having a lot more success here in the second drive. They're having some balance, and they're getting a rhythm. I think a big part of that is their ability to run the football. Very, very important to them, and doing a nice job on that last play, picking up the first down.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again, back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Caught behind the line. It's Brown. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. And the Aztecs come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Run in the red zone. It's Sutton. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, San Diego State. Makes the grab right along the back of the end zone.
That's a nice job by the offense there in their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. That didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls, and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. Their defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keeping those vibes going here in the second quarter. On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And so the Fresno State offense comes out onto the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, David.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
He finds a dead spot in the middle. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
It's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Martin will throw it. Finds space on the right. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Looking to throw on first down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receivers somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Got the quick pass. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
Thought maybe they would consider the field goal here, but the offense is staying out there on 4th down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Needs it to keep this drive alive. Might have a chance. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Anytime you've got a successful run play on the ground, you've got to have great blocking up front. The offensive line, receivers, everybody doing their job. And that helped lead to the home run.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and he capped it off with a 27-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it out. It's low. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Guys, we're about to get another look at this San Diego State offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Snags a quick pass on the left. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Got it, looking for a first. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Makes the catch. It's Sheffield. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. The Aztecs will try to pin them back with the punt. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Making side adjustments here. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Just a little too eager there, and they'll back up 5, and it's 1st and 15. Martin back to pass. Sure hands. It's McClain. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Love the accuracy on that curl throw by the quarterback, putting it right in the numbers, right in the breadbasket of his wide receiver.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Grab near the marker. It's Freeman. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
They just keep firing. Grabbed over the middle. It's Freeman. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw, and the receiver does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense, just settling down and giving his quarterback a nice target to throw to.
He wants to change this route. To the air on first down. Got a man. It's Freeman. The Bulldogs using their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Martin will throw it. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And that's where quarterbacks, you know, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
The defense trying to get a stop on third down from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Pass is incomplete, but a lot of contact there. I think it's going to be pass interference and a first down.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. You simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
3 yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. From the gun. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
And some room to work. Got enough for the first. Now Fresno State calls its second timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. You saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
Grabbed in the middle. It's McClain. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for one more snap to put up points before the half. Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Fellas, welcome into the Week 13 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. So many seasons on the line. Let's start with Texas in their matchup against the number 12 team, the Texas A&M Aggies. And it's the Longhorns, setting school records in multiple offensive categories in one of the highest scoring games I think I've ever seen. Two teams who were very familiar with the end zone today. The victory caps off a 6-6 regular season, and now the waiting game for a possible bowl invitation. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now over to your game in Fresno. It's hardly a secret what this team wants to do. They want to feed the beast, let him run it, and control the line of scrimmage. Ground and pound, and continue to add to this lead in the second half. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
Fresno State lined up to kick off and start this second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Before we kick off the second half, Holly Rowe, what do you have?
I caught up with the San Diego State head coach at the half. They are really thrilled with how their defense is playing so far. They knew coming in that they had a really tough opponent in the wide receiver on the other team. Somebody who could change a game with one route. But their defense has been stout and solid. We'll see if they can continue to do that here as that wide receiver gets the ball here to start the second half. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. And the Aztecs in the hurry up.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the op.
He's loose down the middle. The 10. Touchdown Aztecs. Into the end zone with a breakaway score.
And how nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands right to him and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. So after watching their defense immediately give up a touchdown drive here in the third quarter, they'll try to answer here. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. Fairly manageable distance here on third down from the 27. Martin back to pass. Complete. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him out, but he's a big part of this passing game. You saw why there.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
Wants to throw on first down. Moving out to the right. Slides to the ground, picks up the first down, and avoids the hit. We'll stop play for just a second to check on this injured Aztecs. You hate to see an injury any time. Holly's going to keep an eye on that and get us up to date on what the situation is. Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs. He leaves it with his back. Shows him the stiff arm. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
From the gun. Give on the inside. Finding some room. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one.
And there is no greater friend to a quarterback and to a coach late in the football game when you have the lead and you can pound the rock. Offensive linemen can pave holes, like running back now runs through them, successful, move the ball, and most importantly, that clock can tick. But the physical ground game late in the game, that's how you finish opponents off.
Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time.
A really good play by this defense, seeing it, attacking it, going and getting it. Obviously, they're running the RPO. They weren't fooled. They played the run, came up, made a nice tackle, got the running back on the ground.
Power ahead. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Clock stops momentarily as there is an injured Bulldog on the play. You hate to see an injury any time. Holly's going to keep an eye on that and get us up to date on what the situation is. They keep nudging it closer, but now it's 3rd and goal from the 1. Barrels ahead. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Fresno State.
And that's the way you punctuate the long drive. Nice job being physical, getting that ground game going, and Jesse finishing with the ground game.
Yeah, really, I think that drive is really a microcosm of what they've been doing all game, right? Imposing their will by running the football. The defense knew it was coming, and they still couldn't stop them.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Fielded in the end zone, it's low. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. And on that kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. That is the senior linebacker who's been shaken up. Holly Rowe will give us an update on his condition. San Diego State takes over as the offense is ready to go to work. They haven't had a whole lot of production nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far, and if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. The Aztecs want to crank the tempo.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. Finds his man. It's Brown. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. Tempo and overdrive.
Well, you can't throw it much better than that. You've got an in-breaking route coming from the right-hand side, and there wasn't a big window to squeeze that football into, but really nice job on the timing. He threw it at the perfect moment, puts it only where his...
Makes the grab inside the 30. Turns it on down the left side. He is in. Touchdown, San Diego State. 3rd touchdown of the game. A 3rd of his season total. He now has 9 on the year.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a masterclass in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way, and you're right. In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
Quarterback making checks. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Makes a pass to Marker. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that will be plenty for the first down.
Well, a big key for this offense was getting the run game established, and this guy now over 120 rushing yards in this one. You got to give credit to the O-line. You obviously have to give credit to the running back as well, but they have answered the bell. They knew what they needed to do if they were going to be able to have success, and they're executing this game plan flawlessly.
Martin will throw it. Gets it out fast. And they knock him down. There was nowhere to go. Defense is swarming.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5.
Kill. 886 bouncer. 886 bouncer. Icy.
Back to pass. Quickly to the tight end. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Man, nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly, understanding the big fella's open. And the big fella, I don't mean an offensive lineman anymore. That's what tight ends used to be. It's just an extension of the O-line. These guys are now extensions at receiver. They can make big plays, get him the ball, run after the catch.
And the Bulldogs with the 1st and 10.
Ready. White.
Neither of these teams cracking the top 25 as we are in the final week of the season. Let's take a look at where things stand right now. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down.
Here we go. Ready. 180. Come.
Hand off from the shotgun.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They feed him again. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And, you know, when we talk about great 3rd down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the 1st down.
And the nice thing about late in the football game, when you have the lead, you kind of know the defense will get aggressive. You might get some man coverage. They get it to the receiver out wide. I love the run after the catch. He's got such playmaking ability. That's a big 1st down for this offense.
Leaves it with the back. That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game.
And, man, this is exactly how this offensive coordinator wants to end this football game. Ground and pound, let that clock tick, add to this lead, and make the defense stop you.
Might be changing the route. Motion from the back. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Running inside, it's Thomas. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. He gets nothing. Nowhere to go, and it'll be 4th down.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
They could tie the game here with a field goal, but instead looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Unleashes to the end zone. The incomplete pass, 4th down, fails, and they'll turn it over.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Unfortunate with that incompletion. The quarterback and his intended target not on the same page.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Sutton. Quick step and go. Maybe a crease. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47. And the Aztecs want to pick up the tempo.
And he finally breaks one. They get rewarded. They've been trying to run the football, Palmer, but just haven't had success all day.
Yeah, and the staff never gave up on him, too, right? They kept giving him opportunities, and maybe that's the run that starts to open things up here later in this game for this guy.
That kind of pickup on 1st down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. Off play action. Going for the big play. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Aztecs. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with a QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the 4th quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. So now they take over. This momentum has been completely taken away from them, but still an opportunity to put together a late drive. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. That is the senior running back who's slow to get up. Holly will keep an eye on things on the sideline for us. After the 9-yard pickup on 1st down, here's 2nd and 1. Martin back to pass. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
Escapes the pressure going right. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. Taking it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Well, they were probably thinking 4-down territory with it 3rd and short, so the quarterback is licking his chops thinking there's no way the defense is going to be thinking I'm taking a deep shot down the field right now. I've got a home run ball, but give the defender so much credit. He was ready for it, and he snags that out of the air.
Great discipline by this defense. Understanding it's 3rd and short, you might get a short concept. No. Playing the deep ball with great discipline. I like the way he breaks on the football, gathers the interception, and gets the big 3rd down stop.
2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. The Aztecs can really attack on this 2nd and short. Trying to impose their will with the run. Got a little grass. Touchdown, San Diego State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They've built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive, They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Here's the return from inside his 10. He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full account.
Breaks into the open. Past the 20. Touchdown, Fresno State. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. The Bulldogs answer right back with a score of their own.
Well, the offense did their part. You're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back with some time on the clock, they're within striking distance still to win this game.
Obvious thinking here. Get the two-point conversion now, and all you'll need is a field goal to tie. Martin will throw it. Escapes the pressure to his right. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Aztecs offense makes its way onto the field to start this drive. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. The Bulldogs will use their first timeout. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. Backed up now, here's second and long. Looking to fire. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Now Fresno State calls its second timeout. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's third and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes a catch. Smashes ahead. He's got enough to move the chains, and that clock will keep moving, and they'll be able to run it out. And the Aztecs enter the final minute trying to drain the clock. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down. They get the W, and with that being win